Before his departure back to the Vatican tomorrow, Pope Francis led a reconciliation-themed Mass in Quebec today. The Pope continued sorrowful efforts during the second Mass of the Canadian tour. Jason Gaidola tells us more.
We too feel the burden of failure.
Pope Francis took to the altar this morning, confronting Roman Catholic actions of the past.
With heartfelt sorrow on its difficult and demanding journey of healing and reconciliation. Why did all this happen? How could this happen in the community of those who follow Jesus?
At Sainte-Anne-de-Beaupré basilica outside of Quebec City, thousands inside and outside the national shrine awaited the Roman Pontiff's arrival and heard him speak in a reconciliation-based Mass with hymns and prayers. During his 6-day visit, the leader of the Catholic Church met with survivors and delegates. That included an apology, but some say the efforts are still not good enough.
We will not accept any apology unless there are specific acts of justice.
Akwesasne Mohawk Nation's Doug George, who is Catholic, attended the former Mohawk Institute residential school in Brantford and says he received a last-minute invite to meet Pope Francis, which he declined.
And that would give us a little over a minute in order to address a very complex issue. And my feeling was that it wasn't possible, that this was done as a kind of a public relations type initiative. And you can imagine the outcry here at Akwesasne if I had done that.
George says concrete action is a must, something echoed by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau today. His office released a statement following Trudeau's meeting with Francis yesterday, adding they also discussed the need for the church to take concrete action to repatriate Indigenous artifacts, provide access to residential schools' documents, and address the doctrine of discovery. The same doctrine protesters were asking to rescind through this banner being held up prior to Mass beginning this morning. The doctrine of discovery is papacy law dated back to the 15th century, where Christian European nations were greenlit to legally enslave Indigenous people and seize their land.
So the doctrine led directly to residential schools. And yes, that doctrine needs to be rescinded.
Pope Francis is slated to meet with survivors in Nunavut tomorrow before departing for Rome. Jason Gaidola, CHCH News.